No, I had some guys working at my house today, and they said, "Can you call Chris Franklin and tell him to turn the humidity down, please?"
It's not my fault. Believe me, if it was up to me, it'd be like 30-something degrees outside right now, maybe 40s.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the chill, and that is on the way. But for the
Good.
next several days, we stay warm, we stay muggy. And the fog will be the issue in the evenings and mornings, as we saw this morning. Now, it's not widespread, although we might have a little less wind tonight, and so we do have a dense fog advisory that will be in effect for the overnight, late evening and overnight. We saw a lot of sunshine during the day today, but that allowed us to warm up very much, and it was a pretty day, but maybe if you were inside in the air conditioning, 76 degrees, our current temperature. Dew points are in the mid-60s, winds out of the south-southeast at 7 miles an hour. Today's high 82 degrees. We were only 1 degree off of the record. What's always very interesting to me is when we get into the winter months, and December, January, February are the winter months, is that the kind of extreme spread in the record high and the record lows. We could be anywhere from sub-freezing, record low on this date is 26 degrees, or like we were today, way too warm. And again, the morning low is closer to our average high for this time of year. Still in the 70s across the board at the moment, mid and upper 70s at that, and high humidity. And as I said, this is not going anywhere even through the middle of next week. It'll be toward the Wednesday, Thursday time frame of next week that we should start to see those major changes. Winds out of the south, keeping that Gulf moisture in place, and that is not going anywhere. What's also making the more extreme temperatures is the fact that we do have this upper high, which is centered down to our south, but very much in control of our weather. It's also kept us under more sunshine over the last couple of days, and also helps to increase those high temperatures, which is why we see more widespread 80s. We start to see some upper disturbances to our north. That will, one, help to suppress that high, and two, maybe also start to bring in some better rain chances later part of the weekend and early next week. Then here is where we have been talking about the indication of a change in the upper pattern and more upper troughing, bringing in colder air. Under the high, temperatures easily 70s to low 80s, and that's spread across much of the deep south. But the core of that cold Arctic air is very much out of the North Pole and well into Canada, and it is only a matter of time before that moves south. And again, that looks to be heading toward the middle to end of next week as far as the colder air getting here. We're going to start to see more upper troughing that will start driving down that cold Canadian air farther across the not only northern tier states, but much of the central plains will start to feel more of that Arctic-like air mass, and we will start to feel more of a significant drop in our temperatures. Now, I was been posting pictures of how cold it is up in Canada. Not to be concerned that we're going to see temperatures in the single digits here, but just a sign that when you have that cold of an air mass starting to move farther south, it does eventually filter down here, at least as far as getting chillier, not the core of that cold. And again, the outlook for our temperatures going beyond our 7-day forecast are looking more and more likely that we will see highs staying below the average. Stationary boundary to our north, bringing in some potentially flooding rains areas to our north because of that stationary boundary. With the upper high sitting over us, that rainfall has nowhere to go, nor does that front. So it keeps raining across parts of the south, Oklahoma to Arkansas, Tennessee, and farther off on the east coast. High pressure sitting over us has been keeping us under relatively mostly sunny skies. The high moisture, we do see a few clouds developing here and there, but generally speaking, we'll have the late night fog, early morning fog, and then continuing on into kind of sun to partly cloudy skies during the afternoon hours. We will begin to see that temperature drop after Wednesday going into Thursday, with a fairly strong front moving through. Still kind of questionable how much in the way of severe weather we could see. Certainly areas to our north will be at a greater risk for severe weather as we get toward the middle of the week. But then once that cold front moves on through, and again, we're still waiting for a developing upper system, so the timing may continue to change. But it definitely looks like by Wednesday we'll start to get in on more of those storms, with the temperatures dropping throughout the day on Thursday. So the patchy fog again, overnight with lows in the 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, much of the same, a high of 82 degrees, still in the low 80s heading into the weekend. Upper disturbance starts bringing in better rain chances, and then finally after Wednesday, temperatures dropping behind a cold front.
The St.